It's good to be back in Weber. I think that you should be treasurer for life after that presentation. I want to thank you all. It's been such a pleasure. I asked Mark if I could have a few minutes a couple weeks ago because Weber's very special to me. You're my neighbor, Davis County. I'm the new Davis County chair. And also, I just couldn't believe how magnificent and what a neat group came together last cycle. Some people, you may not thought you won, but you did. You won. We had the best presence in the parades. We had a team that worked together. And I'm going to tell you, next year, if it's in this room or if it's at the place where I thought it was at and showed up to, where it's been every year, you're going to have a full house just like you have every year that I've come up here when you've had a real election. You've had an election cycle. I want to tell you, your officers, Lafray, thank you for the work that you did, and Steve as vice chair. I think that's neat. You know, in the religion I belong to, one day you're a bishop, the next day you're a Sunday school teacher, and is either of those positions any more important than the other? No. People with egos always think that you have to do this. People who understand service, they go where they're needed. And that's one of the reasons why I ended up deciding not to run as vice chair again. I wanted to, well, Wayne and I have talked a lot about what's going to make the state party strong. Can any of you guess what it is?
Strong County Party.
Teamwork.
Strong County Parties. Who said that? Megan Risbin. You know it. She was the chairman of the Salt Lake County Party. For us to have success in 2010, for us to have success in 2012, we need to have strong county parties that are out there raising money. We need to be able to put the great programs that our executive committee, led by Dwayne Holland Jr., did this last year so that we can spread it out and get even more opportunity. Weber County is a Democratic county. It's just we need to get those Democrats involved, invested, and understanding what group truly best represents Utah. We have the examples from our past with our governors, from our senators, Matheson, Rampton. We have that example right now. Peter Carew, Ralph Becker, people like Lou Shurtleff and Neil Hansen. I mean, we have, when people look at our candidates, look at the great people we get elected. And isn't it too bad that Peter Carew had to get elected? Had to get elected because there was a controversy with Nancy Workman, and now only to find out that he was always supposed to have the job in the first place. Now, we had to focus a lot on legislative races. That was our choice as an executive committee. It wasn't just one person's choice. And there's a whole executive committee that bought in that we were going to go after legislative seats. But I want to ask you something. First of all, how sweet was it when Barack Obama won the presidency? How sweet would it be if we can elect somebody into this U.S. Senate in 2010? And how sweet will it be if we can put a Democratic governor into the state capitol in 2012? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that I have found, well, I can't take credit for finding the person, let's just put it this way. I can take credit for the grabbing him and not letting go, but I have found the person who I believe can win the Senate race. The Republicans are going to have a bloodbath. They are, unless one of them decides to cower out because they realize we're going to get some momentum, I think we have that candidate. But I need Weber County to get behind that candidate and let them know that we're going to support that candidate. And I want you to try to convince that candidate not to wait till June to make the announcement, because I want to get started yesterday. So I want to introduce to you, first I want to tell you a little something. Steve, you were talking about no coincidences and karma. I met Sam Granato because of my father's relationship with one of his friends, Izzy Wagner, from many years ago. I.J. Wagner, the Rose Wagner Theater, named after his mother. Well, this gentleman was friends with my father, and somehow I ended up meeting Sam, oh gosh, it's been almost 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. And I never quite understood, we didn't do a lot together. I'd see him at his sandwich shop at Frank Granato's importing company down in Salt Lake. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of that sandwich company, the best sandwiches in town. But we always just keep kind of bumping into together. And then one day, Wayne Holland calls me and we're talking. He says, "You know that Sam Granato's been inspired to possibly run for the Senate?" Well, we went and saw Sam. And after talking to him, I'm here to tell you, he has the resources of friends in his office. Well, I can't tell you, he's got the Pope on one wall and Tom Monson on the other, so he's covered on both sides. More importantly, we keep going to his shop. Wayne Holland and I. And everybody that walks in there, even the Republicans, Sam will support you just after talking to him for a few minutes. So I need you to talk to Sam, give him let him know how you feel about it. I'm going to actually, Sam, I'm going to call you on up here. Would you come up here and just introduce yourself, because
you've done a great job.
He needs the practice of saying hello. Let's get it started. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you. I do want to put a plug in for my friend Wayne Holland. You've done a fantastic job. You've given me the education I've needed to continue to grow. And I want to also announce that I'm going to be running for chair of chairs because Wayne Holland asked me to. I'm going to be focusing with our chair on building county parties by having phone calls every month, and maybe two, by getting together. And we're actually going to go to those counties where we don't have the strength that we need. Wayne and I are going to drive down there together if you give him the opportunity to be your chair. I'll tell you this, even if I don't be not chair of chairs, I'm going to go with you, Chairman Holland, because I believe in what we're doing. We're going to have a true 29 county party. So, Sam Granato.
Good afternoon, Beaver County. It is afternoon. I know you've been here a long time. I am Sam Granato. I am from Salt Lake City. We've had a family business there for over 60 years. How are you, Senator? Besides the family business, I've been involved in public service probably for 16 years of my life. I have been on the Mayor Palmer DePaulis' Committee for the Homeless in Salt Lake. I was on the Valley Board of Health for over 12 years. I am appointed by Governor Huntsman to the Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, where I had the opportunity to be chairman of the department for the past 2 years. And I've got a feeling that it's time I stepped aside from my business and entered into the public service a little bit more, covering the whole state. And as I've told Wayne has been inspiring me and mentoring me to move this along. I've told both Wayne and Rob I will announce by June 1st. I think Rob wants it done yesterday.
Run, Sam, run!
I don't know if I should run for the city limits or run for Senate. What do you think?